you had mentioned earlier, the Penn State Pro Day. Is this really a significant box to check on Carter's foot to see him? Like, is this, because, pro days usually are just, obviously they're set up for the kids to look good and succeed, but is this a genuine concern? Because I know there are some other edge rushers that maybe aren't as highly touted as this kid, but how big is this pro day in your estimation, Mike?
I would tell you two things. One, I might be the only guy out there that had a higher grade on Jalon Walker than Abdul Carter, and I'll stand by that grade. And but by the way, I had big grades on both of them, top 5 grades on both of them.
Sure.
But to answer your direct question, Abdul Carter, teams are worried about foot injuries and stress fractures, and they want to see X-rays and they want to see you move. They're the kind of things that can come back and bite you. I think Drew Rosenhaus, the agent, has been through this, seen it, done that, and he's going to put the kid in the best opportunity to succeed. If he goes out there and runs well, looks good, I think everybody's just going to go, hey, he's fine. We can fix the foot after the year if there's a problem. So I do think it's a situation where he's got to show up and show out.
All right, I got to ask you the follow-up on Walker. You say you had a better grade on him than you do Abdul Carter. Like, why?
I put the tape on, the Georgia tape on Jalon Walker, and he's an off-the-ball linebacker at 243 pounds, and my jaw dropped watching him run. His twitch, his speed, his quickness, his change of direction. But what really intrigued me is on sub packages. Rich, they played him everywhere from the A-gap over the center all the way out wide as a pass rusher. And I have in my notes all over the place for Jalon Walker, every tape I watched, I have Micah Parsons. He reminds me so much of Micah Parsons when he came out of Penn State, because he was an off-the-ball linebacker that they used exactly the same in sub situations. And the bottom line for Micah Parsons and Jalon Walker, to me, when you go, okay, what does this kid do best? Even though he was an off-the-ball linebacker, what he did best was rush the quarterback. And I think the only limitation on this kid's 21 years old. He's a third-year junior. He's got all kinds of upside. I think the only limitation is a defensive coordinator with lack of creativity, because this kid can play all over the ball. I think he's the next level linebacker, edge rusher in the NFL. And if you got to chase Jaden Daniels all over the place, this is the kind of kid I want doing it, whether it's off the edge, which is what I think he's going to be, or as an off-the-ball linebacker.
Man, okay. So, I mean, it does appear he could be available in the back half of the first 10, right? Like it's unless somebody looks at the medical and makes a decision. You know what I mean? Like that's why I bring it up. And I know that might not be fair to Abdul Carter, but
right.
I mean,
you and I can't control Abdul's medical, and I'm sure he'll check out. But
right.
All I'm trying to say is there are a lot of edge rushers that are really good in this class. But this kid, Jalon Walker, is so twitched up, quick, tough, relentless that, and I don't know the kid. I've never met the kid, but at the end of the day, off his tape, I bet on his upside all day long as a top 5 pick.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show live weekdays from 12 to 3 p.m. Eastern on Roku Sports Channel in the U.S.